Image, a dark, infinite void of space filled with a dense, glittering tapestry of millions of distant, multicolored stars. Imagine, for a moment, that you could shrink the entire history of the universe down to the span of a single calendar year. On January 1st, the Big Bang occurs. Everything we know, every atom, every law of physics, explodes into existence from a point smaller than a grain of sand. Image, an abstract, high-speed motion blur of glowing particles expanding outward from a central point of white light. For months, there is nothing but cosmic fog. Stars don't begin to ignite until mid-March. Our own solar system doesn't coalesce from the dust until August. Dinosaurs walked the Earth on December 25th, and the entire history of human civilization? It happens in the final few seconds of New Year's Eve. Image, a close-up of a human eye, transitioning into a reflection of a spinning galaxy inside the pupil. We spend our entire lives worrying about politics, deadlines, and social media notifications, all while floating on a fragile rock hurtling through a vacuum that is actively trying to kill us. But the sheer scale of this reality is something the human brain was simply not evolved to comprehend. Image, a sprawling, wide-angle cinematic shot of the Earth hanging against the velvet blackness of deep space. Today, we are going to strip away the comfort of the familiar. We are going to venture beyond our atmosphere, past the boundaries of our solar system, and into the terrifying, beautiful, and fundamentally alien architecture of the cosmos. By the end of this video, your perspective on being will be fundamentally altered. Image, an intricate, 3D animated diagram showing the structure of the solar system with orbital paths illuminated. The universe is not just large. To say it is large is an insult to its scale. It is a vast, uncaring, and hyper-complex web of forces that we are only just beginning to decipher. To understand where we stand, we have to start with the concept of light. Image, a long exposure shot of a beam of light cutting through a dark, dusty room, representing the speed of photons. Light travels at 300,000 kilometers per second. It is the cosmic speed limit. Even at this impossible velocity, it takes light 8 minutes to travel from the sun to your eyes. When you look at the sun, you are looking at the past. You are seeing a ghost of the star as it existed nearly 10 minutes ago. Image, the sun's surface erupting in massive, golden solar flares, captured in high-definition infrared. But go further. The nearest star system to ours, Alpha Centauri, is 4 light-years away. If you could fly a commercial jet to that system, it would take you about 48 million years to arrive. Image, a conceptual digital artwork of an exoplanet orbiting a binary star system with alien flora in the foreground. This is the great cosmic filter. Space is so immense that isolation is the default state of existence. Most of the stars you see in the night sky are essentially unreachable. We are, for all intents and purposes, locked in a room that is billions of light-years wide, with no way to open the door. Image, a deep-field telescope image showing thousands of galaxies, each containing billions of stars. But this isolation is a mirage. When we look through the James Webb Space Telescope, we see that the universe is teeming with structure. We see galaxies colliding, supermassive black holes feeding on gas, and the birth of solar systems in vast nebulae of dust. Image, the Pillars of Creation nebula captured in high definition, revealing clouds of ionized gas and dust. These nebulae are the nurseries of the universe. Inside these swirling clouds of hydrogen and helium, gravity begins to pull the matter together. As the pressure builds, the temperature skyrockets, and nuclear fusion begins. A star is born. Image, a dramatic, high-contrast animation of a gas cloud collapsing into a bright, glowing protostar. And here is the kicker: every atom in your body, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the carbon in your DNA, was forged inside the heart of a dying star. Image, a microscopic view of human DNA structure integrated with swirling stardust textures. When a massive star reaches the end of its life, it collapses and detonates in a supernova, a blast so powerful it creates elements heavier than iron and scatters them across the galaxy. We are literally made of recycled star stuff. We are the universe's way of looking back at itself. Image, a violent, explosive supernova remnant, displaying complex, beautiful filamentary structures. But if we are the result of such violent cosmic processes, why does the universe feel so empty? If there are billions of galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars, where is everyone? Image, a lonely astronaut figure standing on a barren, cratered moon looking out into the pitch-black void. This is the Fermi paradox. Mathematically, the probability of intelligent life existing elsewhere is nearly 100%. Yet, we haven't heard a single whisper. No radio signals, no megastructures, no laser pulses. Image, a radio telescope dish pointing toward a dense, star-filled section of the Milky Way galaxy. Some scientists argue that we are simply too young. In the timeline of the universe, we are the toddlers who just learned to walk. Others suggest that life is common, but civilization is rare, destroyed by its own technological progress before it can ever reach out to the stars. Image, a conceptual illustration of a dystopian, futuristic city surrounded by a devastated, barren wasteland. Or perhaps there is something else. A great filter, a developmental hurdle that is so difficult to overcome that almost no civilization makes it through. Maybe we have already passed it, or maybe it lies ahead of us, waiting in the dark. Image, a haunting, artistic representation of a dark, ominous cosmic tunnel leading toward a bright, distant light. As we peer deeper into the void, we encounter even stranger phenomena. Dark matter. It is invisible, it doesn't interact with light, and it doesn't emit radiation. Yet, we know it's there because its gravity keeps galaxies from flying apart. Image, a digital visualization of a dark matter web, looking like a glowing, interconnected neural network. It is the scaffold of the universe. Without dark matter, stars and galaxies would never have coalesced. We are living in a house built by a ghost we cannot see or touch. Image, an animation showing a galaxy spinning, with a glowing, transparent halo representing dark matter. And if that wasn't enough to humble you, there is dark energy. While gravity pulls things together, dark energy is doing the exact opposite. It is pushing the universe apart, causing space itself to expand at an accelerating rate. Image, a series of frames showing an explosion moving outward, representing the accelerating expansion of the universe. In the far, far future, the expansion will be so rapid that all other galaxies will move beyond our cosmic horizon. The night sky will eventually be black, save for the stars of our own galaxy. The universe will become a cold, dark, and lonely place. Image, a desolate, dying star casting a faint, dim light over a frozen, ice-covered planet surface. But let's return to the present. We are currently living in the stelliferous era, the age of stars. It is the most vibrant and energetic time the universe will ever see. Image, a time-lapse video of a suburban night sky transitioning into a clear view of the Milky Way. We are lucky enough to exist during a brief, shining moment when the universe is illuminated. We have the intelligence to look up, to calculate the movement of planets, and to wonder about our place in the design. Image, a young woman sitting on a hillside, looking through a portable telescope toward the heavens. Science is our way of making sense of this chaos. It is the tool that transforms fear into wonder. When we look at the universe, we aren't just looking at empty space, we are looking at our origin story. Image, a high-contrast, artistic transition between a human brain and a complex image of a nebula. Every discovery, every new satellite launched, every theory proposed is a candle flickering against the vast, encroaching dark. It is an act of defiance against the silence of the cosmos. Image, a close-up shot of a scientist looking at a glowing monitor displaying complex data and planetary charts. So, why does any of this matter? Why spend billions of dollars to look at distant galaxies when there are problems here at home? Image, a montage of Earth's weather patterns, ocean currents, and lush green forests viewed from space. Because curiosity is the fuel of human progress. The questions we ask about space lead to breakthroughs in medicine, computing, and environmental science. We learn about our home by looking at the neighbors we haven't met yet. Image, a collage of scientific instruments, a microscope, a supercomputer chip, and a rocket engine nozzle. We are the only part of the universe that can reflect on its own existence. We are the universe's consciousness. And that is a responsibility, not just a privilege. Image, a cinematic shot of the Earth from the Apollo 8 mission, the iconic Earthrise over the Moon's horizon. If humanity is the only beacon of intelligence in this massive, uncaring expanse, then it is our duty to protect that light. We are the custodians of consciousness. Image, a bright, hopeful lens flare expanding over the curvature of the Earth during a sunrise. When you step outside tonight, look up. Really look. Don't just see the blackness, see the potential. See the history of those stars. See the atoms in your own hands that came from the same source as those ancient suns. Image, a silhouette of a person looking up at a vast, breathtaking night sky, filled with visible constellations. You are not just a small, insignificant speck in a giant universe. You are an essential part of it. You are the universe contemplating itself. And that, in itself, is a miracle. Image, a rapid, rhythmic zoom out from the Earth, passing the Moon, the Sun, our galaxy, and finally ending in a wide view of the cosmic web. As we reach the limits of our current knowledge, we realize that the more we learn, the more we have to discover. The edge of the map is not a stopping point. It is a beginning. Image, a wide-angle, sweeping shot of a futuristic research base on a distant, rocky planetary surface. We have traveled from the moment of the Big Bang to the expansion of the universe, and we have barely scratched the surface of what is out there. Image, a glowing, stylized graphic of a question mark overlaid on a field of distant, sparkling stars. The questions remain. What is dark matter, really? Are we truly alone? Will the universe expand forever until it freezes, or will it collapse back into a new singularity? Image, a calm, serene shot of the Earth rotating slowly, bathed in the soft blue light of dawn. We don't have the answers yet. But the journey to find them is what defines us. It is why we build, why we create, and why we reach for the stars. Image, a montage of various space probes like Voyager and Perseverance traversing alien landscapes. If you found this journey through the cosmos as mind-bending as we did, we invite you to join us on this ongoing exploration. Image, a close-up of a human eye blinking, with the stars reflecting in the iris one last time. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the mysteries that surround us. Image, a final, wide-angle, epic cinematic shot of the entire Milky Way galaxy spiraling in the dark void. The universe is vast, and the story is far from over. We'll see you in the next one. Image, a simple, clean black screen with the channel's logo and a subscribe button animation. Image, a final fade to black, leaving the viewer in momentary silence.